everyone, and welcome to Nimisha Audiobooks. Srimad Bhagwad Geeta, Chapter 18, Moksha Yoga, the Yoga of Supreme Perfection. Arjun said, O mighty armed one, O Rishikesh, O killer of the Kasi demon, I wish to understand the true meaning of renunciation, that is sannyas, and detachment, tyag, as well as the difference between them. Bhagwan Sri Krishna replied, those who are intelligent realize that sannyas means the renunciation of activities performed for personal benefit. Tyag refers to the renunciation of all activities. Some scholars claim that all actions should be rejected because they are inherently imperfect. Others maintain that actions such as sacrifice, charity, and austerity should never be given up. O best of the Bharat dynasty, O tiger amongst men, please listen to my conclusion concerning the three kinds of renunciation. The three types of renunciation, sacrifice, charity, and austerity, should never be given up. Sacrifice, charity, and austerity purify even the wise. However, O Parth, even these activities must be performed without attachment to the results. This is my definite and supreme conclusion on this matter. The renunciation of one's prescribed duties is improper. Giving them up out of bewilderment is said to be in the mode of ignorance. Those who give up the prescribed duties because they are difficult or through fear that they may be physically taxing engage in renunciation in the mode of passion. Such person never attain the benefits of true detachment. O Arjun, when prescribed activities are performed out of duty while abandoning attachment to the results, such renunciation is considered to be in the mode of goodness. The wise Tyagi, who is absorbed in the mode of goodness, having destroyed all doubts, neither resents difficult duties nor become attached to the pleasant ones. It is impossible for those who have accepted a material body to totally renounce all activities. However, one who renounces the results of his actions is known as a true renunciate. Those who do not accept renunciation accept three kinds of result after death: good, bad, and mixed. But these results never come to one who is a true sannyasi. O mighty armed warrior, learn from me the 5 factors that accomplish all actions that are explained in the Vedanta. The basis, body, the performer of activities, the false ego, the instrument are the senses, the different types of endeavors, and the Supreme Person. These are the 5 factors that accomplish all actions. These 5 factors are the sources of all actions, both good and bad, that an embodied being experiences in the world. Yet, the fool that believes only the self is the doer cannot understand this subject due to meager intelligence. Those who have no false ego and whose minds are detached, even if they kill everyone on this battlefield, they actually do not kill and are not bound by their actions. Knowledge, the object of knowledge, and the knower are the 3 elements that stimulate action. The senses, the activity, and the performer are the 3 constituents of action. According to the Sankhya text, knowledge, action, and the performer of action have been classified in 3 ways, according to the modes of nature. Now hear about these. Knowledge, in which one is undivided, imperishable elements, is perceived in all variegated species of life, is considered to be knowledge in the mode of goodness. However, that knowledge by which one perceives that within different bodies there is a different kind of living being is known to be in the mode of passion. The knowledge by which one is attached to be one kind of to do one kind of activity that is without any truth and based upon trivial pursuits is known as the knowledge of in the mode of ignorance. Regulated actions performed without attachment or aversion and with no desire for results are said to be in the mode of goodness. Actions undertaken out of pride to reap some benefit and with great endeavor are said to be in the mode of passion. Actions performed out of bewilderment without consideration of consequences, loss, injury, and one's personal capacity are said to be in the mode of ignorance. Those who perform activities without attachment, devoid of egotism, who are tolerant, enthusiastic, and unaffected by loss or gain, are said to be in the mode of goodness. Those who perform work desiring to enjoy the result of their actions, who are greedy, violent by nature, impure, and affected by happiness and distress, are said to be in the mode of passion. Those who perform work in an undisciplined manner, those who are coarse, stubborn, unscrupulous, offensive, lazy, bad-tempered, and procrastinate are said to be in the mode of ignorance. O Dhananjay, please hear as I now describe to you in detail the various mentalities and determination according to the three modes of nature. O Parth, the mentality in the mode of goodness is that which can distinguish what should be done and what should not be done, duty and non-duty, what is to be feared and what is not to be feared, and the nature of material bondage and liberation. O Parth, the mentality in the mode of passion cannot distinguish between dharma and adharma, cannot discern what is right and what is wrong, and cannot decide what is duty and what is not duty. O Parth, the mentality in the mode of ignorance regards that which is adharma to be dharma and that which is dharma to be adharma. It regards everything to be in the opposite of reality. O Parth, the determination by which one strictly controls the mind, life airs, and the senses through the process of yoga is in the mode of goodness. O Parth, that determination by which one maintains a sense of dharma in order to acquire wealth and fulfill material desire is in the mode of passion. O Parth, the determination of those who cannot conquer sleep, fear, lamentation, misery, and pride is in the mode of ignorance. O best of the Bharat dynasty, now hear from me about the three types of happiness. Happiness that leads to the end of all suffering is in the mode of goodness. Such happiness tastes bitter in the beginning but is nectar at the end because it awakens one to self-realization. Happiness that is born from contact between the senses and the sense object and is like nectar in the beginning but bitter in the end is known as the mode of passion. Happiness that arises from sleep, laziness, and delusion and is self-deceptive in both beginning and end is considered to be happiness in the mode of ignorance. There is no living being, neither on earth nor amongst the celestial beings, that is free from these three modes of material nature. O conqueror of the enemy, O Arjun, know that Brahmins, Kshatriya, Vaishya, and Shudra are classified according to the quality of their work in the three modes of material nature: calmness, self-control, austerity, cleanliness, clemency, honesty, knowledge, wisdom, and faith in the Supreme. These are the natural activities of a Brahman. Heroism, power, steadfastness, dexterity, never fleeing from battle, generosity, and social administration. These are the natural activities of a Kshatriya. Farming, cow protection, and business are the natural activity of Vaishya. For the Rudras, there is service to others. Now please hear from me how those who perform their prescribed duties attain all perfection. Human beings achieve perfection through prescribed duties by worshipping the Supreme Person from whom all things originated and who is omnipresent. It is better to perform one's own duty imperfectly than to perform another's duty perfectly. One is never subjected to bad karma by performing one's prescribed duties according to one's own nature. O son of Kunti, one's prescribed duties must never be abandoned. All activities are covered with some fault, just as smoke covers fire. The stage of perfect renunciation is attained by becoming unattached to material objects, disregarding material enjoyment, by doing one's duty and being unattached to the results. O son of Kunti, now learn from me how one can attain perfection by acting in the way that I shall now briefly describe you. With pure intelligence, controlling the mind with determination, abandoning attachment to sense objects, being devoid of both attachment and hatred, residing in the secluded place, eating little, controlling speech, both body and mind, being constantly engaged in meditating on the Supreme Person, being renounced, free from egotism, the misuse of power, conceit, lust, anger, covetousness, and being unselfish and peaceful, such a person is qualified for realization of the absolute truth. When such a self-satisfied person realizes the absolute truth, he neither rejoices nor laments. Seeing all beings equally, he attains transcendental devotion unto me. Though such devotion that person knows me in truth, thus knowing me in truth, he enters my realm. Although one may constantly engage in various activities, by my mercy, those who take shelter of me reach my eternal abode. Consciously renouncing all activities unto me, considering me to be the supreme goal and taking shelter of the process of devotion, always think of me. By my mercy, all your troubles will be overcome if you think of me. However, if out of false ego you ignore me, you will perish. If due to false ego you think I will not fight, your decision will be useless because your very nature will urge you to do so. Being bound by your intrinsic nature, the very activity that you now refuse to perform due to bewilderment will inevitably be carried out by you, O son of Kunti. O Arjun, the supreme controller resides in the hearts of all living beings. By his illusionary energy, he directs all their activities as if they were mounted onto a machine. O Bharat, take shelter in him with all your heart, and by his mercy you will achieve everlasting peace and the supreme abode. I have thus disclosed you that knowledge which is most confidential. Deliberate upon it and do as you wish. Listen once again to the most confidential secret of all, my supreme instruction, because you are very dear to me. I am telling you this for your ultimate benefit. Fix your mind upon me, devote yourself to me, worship me, and offer your respects unto me. By doing so, you will certainly come to me. I promise you this because you are very dear to me. Abandon all types of dharma. Come and surrender unto me alone. Do not fear, for I will surely deliver you from all reactions. This knowledge should never be disclosed to those who are not self-controlled, who do not perform bhakti yoga, or who are envious of me. One who teaches the supreme secret of bhakti yoga to others advances to the highest platform of devotion and attains full consciousness of me. Of this there is no doubt. There is no one dearer to me in this world than such a devotee, nor will there be anyone dearer to me than one who teaches this supreme secret. Those that study this sacred conversation of ours worship me through the sacrifice of knowledge. This is my conclusion. Those who hear this sacred conversation with transcendental faith and without envy will achieve perfection and reach my auspicious abode. O Parth, O Dhananjay, have you heard this carefully with undivided attention? Has your ignorance and bewilderment been destroyed? Arjun replied, O infallible one, O Krishna, by your mercy, my delusion has been dispelled and my mental equilibrium has been restored. Now that my doubts have been removed, I am steady once more and will follow your advice. Sanjay said, Thus, I heard this conversation between Vasudeva and great Arjun. This is so glorious that my hair stands on the end. By the grace of Vaishya, I have heard this most confidential secret concerning the topmost system of yoga spoken by Sri Krishna, the master of all the yogas. O Emperor, continuously remembering this most profound conversation between Sri Krishna, the killer of Kasi demon, and Arjun, I rejoice again and again. When I remember the beautiful form of Supreme Person, Sri Krishna, I am struck with wonder. Where there is Sri Krishna, the master of yoga, and where there is Arjun, the mighty archer, there will always be prosperity, victory, opulence, and righteousness. This is my firm conviction. Om Tat Sat. Thus ends chapter 18, entitled Moksha Yoga, from the conversation between Sri Krishna and Arjun in the Upanishad known as Shrimad Bhagwad Geeta, the Yoga Shastra of divine knowledge from the Bhishma Parva of Mahabharata, the literature revealed by Vyasa in 100,000 verses. Iti Shrimad Bhagwad Geeta Sampurnam. Thus ends the Shrimad Bhagwad Geeta. Thank you.